What's the time? Let's have a look. What's the time is here? Is anybody in yet? Time there. I can't read it backwards. 4:30. 4:30. Do you know watching these Broncos? Broncos fans, especially Bronc nuts. Oh man, Bronc nuts did this great video where he was just going to say that the Chiefs are overrated, and all the Broncos had to do was run the ball. And I must admit, I said that in my previous video, and wow, how did the Chiefs defense manage to pull that off? That was unreal. I mean, the defense showed up tonight, didn't it? Man, Bronc nuts. I hope he goes live later. I really do. Yeah, the defense made it tonight. They really did, and I think they were fired up. I think they were really fired up, especially when Patty Mahomes went down. And I pray to God, and I'm not a religious guy, but I pray to whoever is up there, please make sure Patty's okay and it's not a season-ending injury. He seemed to be walking on it fine afterwards, but you never know what's happening underneath with the ligaments and stuff. So yeah, I'm sure he's fine. He seemed to be walking okay, but man, the defense really, really gave it to the Broncos tonight, and I just hope this is going to be a confidence booster now for the defense, because everybody thought going into Mile High, the Chiefs, on the back of such a rough couple of weeks, let's put it that way, and going into Mile High, it's a hostile environment at the best of times, but to go in there and then lose Patty, I mean, major kudos to the defense. They really showed up, and great, just great performance by the whole team, really, and overcoming what could have been really serious injury there. But hopefully he gets some rest now, Mahomes, and we've got a longer week now to prepare for the next game. So hopefully we do that. But let's have a look at some of the comments. How we doing, guys? You all right? There's quite a few of us in now, isn't there? Ogba, holy crap, he played like a madman. Matt Mitchell, he did. Ogba played well tonight. Same with Frank Clark. I mean, Frank Clark, I've been quiet on Frank Clark because I still believe that he is a quality pass rusher, and he's had a difficult time settling in, and he hasn't looked right. I don't know if he's been injured, carrying a knock or something, or something's been coached out of him. I have no idea, but yeah, Frank Clark looked decent tonight. I mean, the whole line looked decent tonight. The stuff, the run, Philip Lindsay couldn't really get going. Freeman couldn't get going. Whatever they've done, it's worked. And we've played against Philip Lindsay there. I mean, he's a deadly player. Major kudos to him. He's been a fantastic player, especially last season. And the Chiefs managed to stuff that. Why they couldn't do that against Carlos Hyde or who was the other guy we had before, Marlon Mack? Why they couldn't do that before? God knows. God knows why they couldn't. But yeah, I think a lot of it is probably down to the team wanted it tonight. The defense wanted it tonight, and there was a lot of energy. There was a lot of optimism. There was a lot of method in the way that they were approaching the tackling. Fenton, Fenton, Fenton. Fenton looked good tonight as well. Credit to him coming in, and doing a job, doing a solid, really did. And Matt Moore as well. That touchdown to Tyreek Hill was we needed that. We needed that at the right time, and Matt Moore was just in there to guide us through the game, so I'm really chuffed that he did that. Uh, let's have a look. There's loads of comments here, guys. How we doing anyway? Where we all watching the game, or where have we all been watching in the game? It's about it's just after 4:30. I would show you the clock. I had it up before. Yeah, 4:30. Probably the wrong way around to you guys. But I've been up since 1:20 a.m. when the game kicked off. A lot of UK fans have been. I've been messaging a few. Shout out to Neil. And yeah, nice one to stay up for. And I'm just hyped now. I'm just adrenaline's pumping. It's been great. Been great fun. Um, Watching from Louisiana, Washington State. Wow. Got Roddy from Kansas. Hey Jeffrey Harrington, a huge fan of yours. Cheers, buddy. Me and my gal will come to England and we would love to have a drink one night with you. Yeah, mate, the offer's there. There really is. I live in the north of England, so if you ever get a chance, I mean, if you can as well, if you can make a trip. I mean, I live just south of the border of Scotland, in a place called Durham, and you've got to come up here. It's a beautiful part of the world, very green grass, as you would expect. But try Scotland. Really try Scotland. I do love Scotland. I'm an Englishman, but I do love Scotland, and I get up there whenever I can. It's beautiful up there. Really is. So if you do head over, make sure you make a trip to Scotland as well. South Carolina. Bradley Doyle from South Carolina. How you doing, bro? I'm talking quite quiet because the family's in bed at the minute, right? So shh, keep quiet. Um, Seth Seth Conyers, watching from Springfield, Missouri. You probably know Corey Jones, artist chief. He's in Springfield. Shout out to Corey. Southern Missouri. Got some Missourians in here. Southern Ohio. Man, you guys are everywhere here. Reno, Nevada. I'm gathering that's the Nevada desert. I don't know. Reno, Nevada. That sounds like a great place. Chiefs fan from Philly. Whoa. Tazak. Tazak, is that? Or Tazak? Tazak. I would say that's Tazak. A Chiefs fan from Philly. Nice. How we doing, people? How are you all feeling after that? I know it's a bit of a somber win, really, because we saw Patty go down, but hopefully, I mean, he walked off on his own steam. I'm really encouraged by that. I mean, the medical staff that managed to pop that knee back in, or whatever it was, the patella, I think it was, his kneecap. They knew straight away what it was, and they made sure that Patty was comfortable. I just hope it's nothing sinister underneath. So let's hope he's okay, guys. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Got quite a few of you from South Carolina. Nice. We went to Charlotte, I think it was, Carolina, when we were flying back from Kansas City, and we can only see Charlotte from a bit of a distance, but from what I saw of it, it looked nice. Stood in the airport looking out. But yeah, lovely place. Reno, the biggest little city. Is that right? I'll have to. I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna look it up. I'm very much. I'm trying to familiarize myself with a bit more of America and things. So I will look up for Reno. Boulder, Colorado. Had to work, so couldn't go to the game. Oh, that's a bummer, that mate. You missed a good one. You missed a good one there. Prefer Reno to Vegas. Do you know actually that I might have to do a Vegas trip at some point. I don't know when, but I think when the Raiders finally get that toilet of theirs finished, I might have to make it for an away game, for a Chiefs game. We'll see what happens there. But I think I'll be going probably with Tom and Dave from Arrowheads Abroad and everybody else at Arrowhead Abroad, maybe if there's a big trip on or something. I don't know. It might be a good one, but we will definitely be over again to Kansas City at some point. We've definitely earmarked the 2023 draft. We'll definitely be there. We've already sorted all of this out. So we will definitely be there for the 2023 draft. But if we can get there any sooner, let's hope we can. Um, my God, there's loads of comments. Let's scroll down to here. Um, Showed Mahomes in the locker room and he only has a sleeve on the leg. I didn't see that. We don't get. We've got this here. This is what we've got here at the minute. We get a screen. We get that screen on Game Pass. They don't. We don't get anything afterwards. So any update on Patty, let us know because we don't get any other updates here. All the information I get now is probably from Twitter, social media, that kind of thing. So if anybody's keeping an eye on it, let us know how Patty is. We better get an all-line. Mahomes' injuries will shorten his NFL career. Yeah, I was actually encouraged by Wisniewski. I thought he looked better. I thought he looked better than our ranking. I think 74. Wisniewski looked good. And I only saw him for a couple of plays, probably one play. But already you can tell he's got that veteran presence. So Wisniewski, I hope he gets the nod when Mahomes is back because he'll be good. He'll be good at protecting him. Anyway, guys. So yeah, I'm hopefully not going to miss the Bronknuts live video. He did. I mean, credit to Bronknuts. He does go live even after a loss, and he does a good analysis after the game. So respect for him for that. But yeah, he kept going on about that they were just going to run the ball at the Chiefs, and there was nothing we could do. And the Chiefs shut that down early on, which was pleasing to the eye. And I tell you what was pleasing to the ear was all the boos from Mile High. Boo! Oh wow! What a great game! Great game. In fact, it wasn't a brilliant game. It was great by the defense, granted, but they really stole the show tonight. The defense, the Chiefs' defense. So hats off to them for stealing the show. Starcoin Hero, how are you doing, bud? I heard the tomahawk chop over the TV. Do you know what? The kingdom travels well, doesn't it, bud? The kingdom travels well. What's that? Phillips flipped out on Flacco tonight uh, when he got smacked by Ben Neiman. Yeah, I think Flacco is going to take a lot of Flacco, isn't he, for that? Sorry about that. That was terrible, wasn't it? Yeah, Flacco's going to get a lot of Flacco for that. Um, Looking at the Broncos, that D line, that D line needs stripping out, doesn't it? And their O line even. I mean, their O line couldn't stop. They couldn't stop anything. Everything that was getting through, and the Broncos at this point will probably want to. I think once they activate Drew Lock, they'll probably want to put the kid in for the rest of the season. And you know, I think he's a better option than what Flacco is. He's definitely the future for them, but they need to get a better O line to protect the kid because I never like seeing injuries for any team. I mean, even Broncos and Raiders players and things like that. I never like to see injuries for anyone. So I hope Drew Lock does well, not too well, obviously, but I think now's the time for the Broncos to start planning for the future. I mean, I know it's only like what week 7 is it? Week 6, week 7. But I think the Broncos really need to start planning now and maybe thinking Flacco isn't the future for them. Drew Lock is. but they need to make sure that they protect the kid with the O line. I mean, this is me giving Broncos advice. I mean, I'm sure they don't need it. I'm sure the coaches know what the hell they're doing, but I think looking at that tonight, that the Chiefs weren't at full strength and they demolished the Broncos. So yeah, it's even better because we're down to own you. We own Mile High. That's how crazy this is. We own Mile High. Bring all the heat all you want. Our team's just gonna roll over you. It's just gonna steamroll over you. Don't worry about it. Do you know what? I feel like I need a beer. I need to be like Chief Urak. I need a beer here. But I've got work in about two, 3 hours time, so I might have to get a bit of sleep. But I can't. I'm wired at the minute. The Brit Chief is the Chiefs number 2 QB. I'm all right at throwing the ball. I'm not as mobile as I once was when I was younger. I bust my knee up a while ago playing soccer. Snapped a ligament, and yeah, it hasn't been right since. But I got it surgically done and everything like that. So yeah, I could probably suit up. I don't know. I like to play corner, to be honest. I would like to play corner. I do. I dabbled at it a little bit, playing for a local team here. I dabbled at it, and I enjoy cornerback. Definitely cornerback, not quarterback. So yeah, I hope they rub some dirt on Patrick's knee and he'll be back in a week or two. Patrick Mahomes is badass, man. He's a tough kid. He's been playing with that bum ankle for all this time, and you know, yeah, okay, he had a bit of a knock this time, and you know, he had a bit of a dislocation, whatever it is. But I'm sure he's not going to keep him out long. Artist Chief, hey, Corey Jones is on. How you doing, buddy? Come back to the USA, mate. It's on the cards, mate. It really is. We've got to get back. We need to get back over there soon. I think Tom's itching to get back as well. Dave's itching to get back. Neil, everyone's itching to get back over there because we missed the place so much. So yeah, hopefully we get over there at some point before the 2023 draft. But yeah, like I said, we'll see what happens. See what happens, buddy. It's all down to money and it's all down to time, and you know how it is, mate. You know how it is. What's your Facebook? Facebook. You follow the Brit Chief Facebook, don't you, Jeffrey? Yeah, it's on there, mate. Just have a look on there, and you can contact me through there. But actually, I haven't been putting any videos on there. I should probably put more videos on. Defense played with pride tonight. Certainly did. Certainly did. I can't fault the defense tonight. They were perfect tonight. Fenton, one to watch. Definitely one to watch. What was that, Matt? Hang on. Let's have a look, Matt. Right before the end of the game, they showed Von Miller on the sideline looking like, man, I want to play for a better team than this. Look on his face. Do you know, I'd love to have Von Miller on this team, but, you know, there's no way on this earth that Elway's going to trade any Bronco to the Chiefs. No way. So if he does eventually come to a team like the Chiefs, or actually comes to the Chiefs, it's going to have to be through some other route, isn't it? Actually, talking about that, I just saw I saw Marcus Peters suited up as a Raven, and he looked pissed. He looked pissed. He looked pissed that he was a Raven, and he's not in LA. And you know, in some respects, I mean, I always liked Peters as a cornerback, but after everything that went on, that he wanted to go to LA to be closer to his family, now he's got shipped over to Baltimore. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's funny how football works sometimes, isn't it? Oh man, game plan by Spags to bring the heat. You're right, Tyson. I think that's what we've been lacking. I think we've been playing this conservative style of defense, and it hasn't suited a lot of these players. I think they needed to bring the house every time. I suppose it's probably better when you're playing somebody like Flacco, who's not mobile at all. I mean, if you're playing, Lamar Jackson, you are going to be standing off a little bit because you kind of want him to throw the ball because his strength is running. So you're not going to be bringing the house to somebody like Lamar Jackson. So it probably made it easier that Flacco was not mobile. But yeah, I'd welcome that every time now. I mean, as long as the defense gets off the field quick, the offense can the offense with Patty Mahomes can actually rack up some touchdowns and points. We It does concern me that our backup is Matt Moore. Matt Moore is. It, we've been spoiled, haven't we? I mean, Matt Moore did a solid game today. He didn't throw any interceptions or turnovers. I don't think he did, and he got a touchdown pass. So, I can't knock the guy. He did a job, and that's what we needed this time. And you're not going to get a backup that's going to be like a Patrick Mahomes that's going to light it up the same as him. There's no way because those players never hang around. So, but I do feel as though we need somebody else as a backup, somebody a bit more dynamic. But again, I'm not taking anything away from Matt Moore. I thought he did a great job tonight. Just guided us home. That's all he needed to do. Anyway, guys, it's now it's nearly 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I'll probably do another video tomorrow. I want to see what Bronknut says anyway. I want to see what he says, and from a Broncos perspective, because he couldn't. He must be pissed about that. He can't be happy with that performance at all. He knew this was an opportunity to beat the Chiefs, and a lot of Broncos fans thought they were going to. And I'll be honest, I wasn't confident in this game. I wasn't confident before this game started. But yeah, it's funny how football works sometimes, isn't it? Yeah, I'll do. I'll probably just do a normal video after this because I will be heading to work, I think. But yeah, I'll post it up later on. Okay, guys. So thanks very much for joining me. Anyway, I really appreciate it. I've been, like I said, I've been up since 1:30, 1:20, 1:30. I'm a bit bleary-eyed, I'm a bit bloodshot, can you see? So I'm going to go and get some kip, and I will speak to you guys soon. From one kingdom to another. Speak to you soon, guys. See you later. Bye.